Well, welcome back. It's been a couple of days since I dropped a video, even a short. Been doing a lot of work around here, and I wanted to give you an update on where we are, what the plans are coming up, and I'm going to reveal the color that I'm painting the Cobra. I have not done any painting other than just painting the jambs on it, but those are painted, and when I shine the light on it to show what it looks like in the broad light of day, I'm very pleased with the color selection that I have made. So, before we go any further, let's go ahead and discuss where we are. The body of the Cobra is sanded 600. I'm going to go over it with a fine-tooth comb, clean everything up, and it is going to be pronounced ready for paint. The doors, which are currently sitting in the Cobra because I'm doing some moving around, as you can see, those and the hood and trunk have been sanded 400. I just have to sand those 600, which shouldn't take too terribly long, and assuming I don't come across any issues with those, they will be ready for paint as well. Now, why am I moving some stuff around? I'm going to be moving the Mustang over one side or the other, and in here in the middle, I'm going to set this up. This is something I purchased off eBay. This is a 12-foot by 20-foot portable garage. It is completely enclosed. It's got windows on the side that I can use as filters, and I'm going to use this, which is an explosion-proof VVOR 10-inch ventilation fan, to create airflow in my shelter there. Put the car in the shelter, put the parts in the shelter, and actually try to use that to paint, both to keep the overspray down in here and also to try to keep the dust down to a minimum. I haven't decided if I'm going to scrub and clean and mop the floor when I put the shelter down, or if I'm just going to go ahead and put a tarp down on it. That is something that will be decided later. So those two pieces right there I got. Now, as far as lighting in this facility, I've decided to cheap out actually. And let me go ahead and plug this in. These are some simple clip-on lights, and using the leftover bulbs that I got for my ceiling, I'm going to order another package of these. I got 4 of these left, and I'm going to order another package of 6, and I'm going to use this clip-on type thing to light up my actual shelter to do the painting. That is the plan, and my next video that you will see is going to be me moving some stuff around, setting this up. I'm going to paint the underside of the hood and the trunk, the inside of the doors, then I'm going to mount them back on the body, and I'm going to paint the car whole. Now, why am I going to do that? Very simple. The color that I have chosen is metallic, and metallics work better if you spray them all at once. You avoid some of the matting, and you can get it to be more uniform and even and actually have it match. This came in today. This is the paint kit that I purchased. In the cold weather, I don't want to leave my paint out in that harsh extreme temperature, so I'm going to leave this in here. This is what I received today. This is a paint kit from Auto Paint HQ. Now, I've already gotten a sample, and I've already painted the jambs, which you'll see in just a second, with that sample, but this is the entire kit. Very reasonably priced kit. I've read good reviews about the quality of paint. The guys there are really, really good to deal with, but I did get some paint sticks. I received, this is the activator and some mixing cups. This is a gallon of 4:1 clear, a gallon of reducer, and a gallon of paint. Let's take a look at the color and the status of the bodywork now. And now for the color. You can see here that the car is very, very slick. It has been sanded. Here is the color that I have decided to go with right here. It is a very beautiful metallic green. I actually ordered a paint kit from Auto Paint HQ out of St. Louis, Missouri, and the car is going to be this dark, see, you get it out of the light, and it's a nice, comfortable, darker green. Get the light on it, and while this is not a very good representation, you can actually see the metallic in it. And as you can see, I've already painted the hood jamb. I have painted the door jambs as well, and I've painted the area on the trunk. Now I've got a little residual I need to clean up back here because I have been wet sanding, but I have painted the residuals on the trunk. So once I get the underside of the panels painted, get it bolted back together, I'm going to tape everything off again, and we will paint this car a beautiful color, which is called Peacock Green Metallic. And I do like this color very, very much. Why green, you ask? Well, it's quite simple. The colors that the 66 and 67 Street Cobras came in, the most popular color was Rangoon Red. And if you go to Pete's Snakebite Kit, look at his car, that is Rangoon Red. The second most popular, it's a little bit different than this, but it is a very similar green to this. It is not a metallic. It's, I believe it's called, it might be the Ivy Green or something like that off of the Mustangs, but it is not a metallic. It's just a standard single stage green. I wanted a little bit more bling than that. This has a nice subtle metallic to it that'll really pop in the sunlight. And the reason I went with green is because most Cobras you see are blue, and the ones that you don't see, or the ones that aren't blue rather, are red. So I wanted something different. I was going back and forth between Guardsman Blue to make it look traditional. I wanted some sort of green, possibly, or even white. We discussed white, but the reason I went with the green is because I looked long and hard. Green was actually my first choice. Couldn't find a shade of green that I was happy with until I got with the guys at Auto Paint HQ. I'm going to be very excited about this. We're getting close to painting it. I'm probably going to be delayed weeks possibly because it's very, very cold. We've got this warning of a snowstorm coming up, and if weather forecast history is any indication, we're expecting anywhere from 1 to 350,000 inches of snow on Saturday, which is 2 days from tonight. So the cold weather is not ideal for spray painting. I do have another torpedo heater in. I just went to an Ace Hardware here local to where I am and picked up another torpedo heater. That makes 2. I had them going for a grand total of about 5 minutes, and it brought it from 42 degrees up to 58 degrees in about 5 minutes. So it's going to be plenty to warm this shop. I'm not concerned about that, but that's going to be the deal. Take a look at this Cobra once again, and I'm quite pleased at how slick it turned out. Of course, I did find panels here and there, but it really slicked off nicely. I've got to go over it, of course, with my cleaning solvent, the Prep-All, and I'm also going to use a tack cloth on it right before painting. But it really slicked off nicely. Ran into a couple of incidents when I was doing the 400, particularly here. If you saw the short, I found a dip right here that was a result of the original fiberglass body seam. Apparently I had missed that, and it was really difficult to see. But if you look at that short, you saw the filler that I put on it. That is the final product, and it looks really, really good. The car has really slicked off nicely. It's about as ready as I'm going to get it. It's not perfect. I'm sure when we get the paint on it, it's going to show some stuff that I missed. But outside of spending $10,000, $25,000 for paint or whatever it costs these days, and I understand it's well worth it when you get a professional body shop to do the paint. I'm not dismissing that at all. It's just that kind of thing is not in my budget, so I'm going to do it myself. And plus, the entire purpose of this car was to do it myself. I would rather do it myself and have it nice than have somebody else do it and it be perfect. Quick video. I wanted to reveal the color that we decided to go with, and now you have it. And we're gonna get ready to put my shelter up. I may do that over the weekend if the snow doesn't knock out the power and do other things like that. I may go ahead and put my shelter up, move some stuff around in here, set up my shelter. I've still got to get the lights, the rest of the lights in, and I've got to get some filters. I'm going to put up the shelter before I know what size filters I need to get, and then I'll get my fan out and test the ventilation of it. And then the first thing I will be painting in that shelter is the underside of the hood, underside of the trunk, and the back side of the doors. Thanks for joining me. Stick around. Lots of exciting things to come. I can't wait for this Cobra to be green. Be sure and stick around and hit like and subscribe. Thanks.